Unveiled her 2027 budget proposal. This is her last one before leaving office. This $21 billion budget prioritizes public education, public safety, and preserving core services and health care for our neighbors. The proposal doesn't raise property or income taxes, but it does include several cuts to close a $1.1 billion gap. Our Katie Lusso caught up with the president of the D.C. Firefighters Union, who's pretty concerned about those cuts.
D.C. firefighters are facing the same affordability crisis that every D.C. resident is, choosing between rent and paying the bills.
David Hoagland is the president of the D.C. Firefighters Association.
But, the difference is here, these aren't just workers. These are people who show up at 3 a.m. during your worst moment.
He spoke with us just hours after Mayor Muriel Bowser unveiled her final budget before she leaves office.
We have prioritized several things: public education, public safety, preserving core services, and preserving and health care for D.C. residents. And finally, growing our economy.
But not all were pleased, especially with the proposed cuts, which includes scaling back universal paid leave, which would save the district $95 million, and a freeze on future pay increases for D.C. employees, which would save the city $127 million.
It's incredibly detrimental because all we're asking for is a cost of living increase, right? And the pace of inflation and everything, it's been tough for everybody to keep up with all of that, right? And in order for us to remain competitive, be able to perform at this level, we need to be a competitive employer of firefighters.
The mayor says the cuts she proposed are needed in order to maintain health care programs for low-income residents. But Hoagland worries cuts like this could lead to federal involvement in the district again.
They did the law enforcement takeover, and part of the way that they brokered the end of that law enforcement takeover was by paying the police officers and MPD the raise that they deserved as a result of an arbitration award that they were withholding due to lack of funding. I think everybody's just tired of this federal interference, right? We want to protect home rule. We want to go back to just living our normal lives and not worry about, we can govern ourselves, right? So in order to govern ourselves, we need to show that we can pay our basic city employees, and this is a fundamental need.
Now, the budget is far from finalized. We expect to see debates about this and even potentially changes. The council will have their first vote on June 9th, and their second and final vote will be on June 23rd. I'm Katie Lusso. Back to you.